Yo, what is good, Jets Nation? Welcome back to Jets Media. This is Richie, and today I'll be bringing you guys my observations and biggest takeaways from the New York Jets training camp this morning. I was in attendance, as you guys know, and I'm excited to give you guys my overall perspective of what I took away from the most being at One Jets Drive, seeing the Jets practice. Now, there's a lot of things to break down in this video. We're going to be breaking down Dalvin Cook's visit. I saw him with my own eyes. I took a video of him coming onto the practice field. The Jets fans were chanting his name. We're going to get into that. Aaron Rodgers defends his guy, Nathaniel Hackett, and takes a shot at Sean Payton. We'll be getting into that. Lazard is back at practice after being out for a couple of practice with tightness in his lower leg, and he comes back with a big-time red zone touchdown from Aaron Rodgers. We're going to break down that, and overall some injury news about Garrett Wilson and other things I took away from today's practice. So, it's going to be a big-time video. I'm excited to get right into it. But before we do so, I do want to mention, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We get a lot of Jets content coming your way all throughout the rest of training camp and, of course, carrying over into the season. And if you enjoy this video, it would mean a lot to me if you could simply hitting that thumbs up button and commenting your thoughts of the New York Jets training camp this morning. With that being said, let's get right into business. So, if you guys saw my live stream from camp and some photos all over the place, I was with the legends, Matt O'Leary, Ryan, Jets Talk 24/7, and Green Bean. Here's some photos that we took. It was great to be at practice with these three. If you guys don't know who they are, you're not a real Jets fan on YouTube. Come on now. These are one of the best, if not the best, Jets content creators there is. So make sure you guys go subscribe to them. I'll leave it down below in the description. It was great to see Green Bean and Matt and Ryan just watching practice with them. It's always a pleasure. Shout out to them three. They are legends, of course. But overall, the aura of heading into practice was all the hypes about Dalvin Cook. Is Dalvin Cook going to sign? Is Dalvin Cook going to sign? And I'm recording this video at exactly 5 p.m. I was in the car for 2.5 hours driving back to Long Island because it's a long drive from One Jets Drive to Long Island. And apparently Dalvin Cook is still in the meetings with the Jets. So I don't know if he's going to sign when this video comes out or he doesn't sign. I have no clue. But apparently Dalvin Cook in the Jets meeting is going on all day long. So let's get into the video I took of Dalvin Cook walking onto the practice field. This is a crazy video because a lot of people have been posting this everywhere. ESPN reached out to me asking if they can post it. I said, yeah, of course you could post it. Bleacher Report, Sports Illustrated. I mean, this video apparently is a big deal in the national media. They loved hearing Jets fans serenading Dalvin Cook. And it was really cool, man. And my biggest takeaway of seeing Dalvin Cook with my own eyes is, first of all, here's a photo courtesy of Ryan. He took this. Breece Hall and Dalvin Cook were chatting it up. There's a lot of people speculating on Twitter that Breece Hall doesn't want Dalvin Cook to be here. Good to see Breece Hall and Dalvin Cook speaking on the practice field. If they do sign him, I'm sure that relationship is going to be just fine, so nothing to be worried about there. But Dalvin Cook was on the sideline soaking it up, talking with Woody Johnson, talking with GM Joe Douglas. You saw him chatting with Aaron Rodgers, and, you know, Dalvin Cook wants to see what the vibe is like. We heard him on a media tour before he came to practice on Sunday. He was on Good Morning Football. He was on ESPN, and he kept saying he wants to get a good feel of the Jets organization and see what the vibe is like. And I definitely think that he felt the love from the fans and felt the love from the players and the overall organization. So now we sit and wait to see when and if Dalvin Cook signs with the New York Jets. Now let's get into what happened with the whole Nathaniel Hackett, Sean Payton, Aaron Rodgers drama. So Aaron Rodgers was interviewed by Peter Schrager on NFL Plus, and he had a really interesting quote. Now, Aaron Rodgers went on to say it's shocking to him that a coach like Sean Payton that is at that level in his career as an NFL coach would go out of his way and talk badly on Nathaniel Hackett. He called it insecure, and he said, "Keep my coach out of your damn mouth." Let him know, Aaron Rodgers, that is my quarterback. Really cool to see Aaron Rodgers fighting back and not holding back at all, because we all know that there's one person that loves Nathaniel Hackett the most. It's Aaron Rodgers. I mean, they go beyond football. They're really good friends. He really just talks about how much he appreciates Nathaniel Hackett as an overall human being, how he brings fun to the football field. And overall, he said himself, Aaron Rodgers, that Nathaniel Hackett is his favorite coach ever in the NFL. So it's really cool to hear Aaron Rodgers defend his guy. And I don't know if you guys saw, but Sean Payton backtracked. And when he was asked in the media about what he said about Robert Saleh and Nathaniel Hackett and the overall New York Jets organization, he regrets it. He said that he still had his Fox Sports hat on, didn't have my coaching cap on. He made a mistake. He made himself look like, to be honest, an idiot. Shouldn't have said that. But hey, the Jets, Robert Saleh said, if you ain't got haters, you ain't popping, so hate away. Love that quote from Saleh. And to hear Rodgers defend this guy as well is music to my ears. So things are getting spicy with this Jets team, and I'm all for it. So now let's get into what happened on the practice field. Some injury updates. Allen Lazard is back at practice, which is a really good sign because he was dealing with some tightness in his lower leg. So he was back out there at practice. Garrett Wilson was not practicing today. He's dealing with the low ankle sprain. Good news that it's a low ankle sprain, not a high ankle sprain. High ankle sprains tend to linger on longer, and they could be an issue down the road. So it seems like Garrett Wilson just going to be nursing that low ankle sprain. The Jets are not going to rush him back. He was on par with Aaron Rodgers early on in camp, so the Jets are definitely going to be careful and make sure that Garrett Wilson's 110% ready to go when he gets back onto the practice field. So no worries about him missing any time ahead of week number 1. Very positive sign. Randall Cobb was activated off the PUP list, so he's back at practice. So the Jets' overall receiving room is getting healthy. Corey Davis is still out with an illness. But other than that, man, it's good to see the Jets receivers getting healthy, and it's a good freaking sign. Mekhi Becton was back on the practice field participating in team drills, so that's another positive sign. So overall, the injuries, positive. No injuries happened today, which is a really good thing. So let's talk about what happened on the practice field with the New York Jets 11 on 11. Let's talk about this Allen Lazard touchdown first and foremost. Lazard comes back to practice, and Aaron Rodgers floats up the ball into the end zone. Lazard comes down with it and flexes on him afterwards. When I saw this live, I was like, yep, that's exactly what I expect from Allen Lazard with this New York Jets organization with Aaron Rodgers. He is going to be the red zone threat. I've said this multiple times on Twitter. I've said this multiple times on this YouTube channel. If Allen Lazard is healthy all season long, I am predicting him to lead the New York Jets in receiving touchdowns. Now, this is not a knock on Garrett Wilson. I think Garrett Wilson is going to lead the team in receptions and yards, but I think Allen Lazard is going to find the end zone. He is going to be that red zone monster. Whenever Aaron Rodgers needs to get a go-to touchdown, he's going to lob it up, and he's going to go get that 50-50 jump ball, and he's going to be that red zone threat. I think he's going to have double-digit touchdowns this season with Aaron Rodgers if everything goes well health-wise. And look out, folks. Allen Lazard has a lot of upside in this team, and I'm excited to see what he does, man. He just brings a different dimension with this offense that Jets fans have not really seen a lot from a wide receiver. Just a big-bodied, physical specimen that can go up there and be a red zone threat, man. He's not going to get those yards after the catch. He's not going to be a speedster. He's not going to make people miss in the open field. But this is exactly what to expect from Allen Lazard in his first season with the New York Jets with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. And overall, Aaron Rodgers looked good today. He floated up a dart down the field to I think it was Malik Taylor, and DJ Reed was all over him, forced a pass breakup. There was another time where Aaron Rodgers stepped up in the pocket, rolled to his right, found Tyler Conklin down the sideline with some Rodgers magic. Aaron Rodgers was scanning the defense. I mean, he just has a whole operation where when you're a fan, you just get to sit back and appreciate Aaron Rodgers going to work. You know, he gives this unique Green 19, Green 19's at hot. When I heard that, I was like, oh yeah, Aaron Rodgers, let's go. I freaking love it. Rocking the shirt, of course. Shout out to Aaron Rodgers. But overall, just seeing him practice is a privilege every time I get to go to practice. But he looked good today. No flaws of Aaron Rodgers in my books. Zach Wilson definitely did not have a good day in my eyes. I've been to every single Jets practice that's been opened up to fans, and this was definitely Zach Wilson's day where he struggled the most. In the 2-minute drill to finish off practice, he just did not look good. Missed Kenny Yeboah over the middle. He missed this guy, missed that guy. Looked a little frustrated. So definitely a downed practice for Zach Wilson. We did hear from Robert Saleh that Zach Wilson will be actually playing in the Hall of Fame game. I did not expect that, but he is playing in the Hall of Fame game, which is exciting. That will definitely see what the year 3 signal caller in Zach Wilson is going to look like. And I don't expect Zach Wilson to light it up, but it's definitely going to be interesting to see what he does in practice. Another guy that flashed in practice today for me was definitely Zonovan Bam Knight. He had 2 outside big-time runs to the left side. He's showing a little burst. And Michael Carter also had some good runs. So the 1-2 punch of Michael Carter and Bam Knight with Breece Hall out and the Jets not signing Dalvin Cook just yet have been looking good so far. The run game has been slowly materializing. Some guys in the defense that stood out to me, Will McDonald. Every time I'm in person, I'm wowed by him. He is a specimen, man. He was going up against Carter Warren on a rep, and I'm like, damn, he's fast. He is manhandling the rookie Carter Warren at left tackle on that second and third team. So cool to see Will McDonald. Sauce Gardner, DJ Reed, the secondary, elite. I mean, every time I watch just Sauce Gardner, he's like lined up against Malik Taylor for some reason, just blankets him. That's just not fair. Sauce Gardner is doing his thing as usual. The defense just has a swagger to them and an overall presence where, like, every time they make a play, they're hyped up, they're dapping each other up, they're celebrating. They just have that continuity where, like, DJ Reed and Sauce and Michael Carter II, CJ Mosley, Quincy Williams, Jordan Whitehead, them all being back together again for another season in this Robert Saleh defense, they got swag, man. And not to mention the defensive line, they're just ferocious. It's always a pleasure. No matter what 4 players are lined up on the Jets defensive line, whether it's the first team, second team, third team, I'm always watching and I'm always in awe. Bryce Huff, Michael Clemens lined up on the inside at times, looking like an absolute monster. I can't wait to see what Clemens does on Thursday night. According to him, he spoke to the media today. He said, I want to prove that the Jets got an effing monster on Thursday night. So look out for Michael Clemens to take crazy hits. I don't know what to expect, but it's going to be pretty crazy, and the whole world's going to get to know Michael Clemens. That is for sure. But overall, man, my biggest takeaways from training camp was really just that. Aaron Rodgers lit it up, had that great touchdown to Lazard. The only negative offensively I will say is this. There were a lot of false starts and sloppiness on offense to start off practice, and there were also a lot of drops. Lazard had a drop from Aaron Rodgers. Hardman had a drop that would have been a touchdown. Lazard had another drop in the end zone. So there are some drop issues right now with this receivers. Not too worried about that. Definitely get them out of the way in training camp early on. But definitely something that needs to be fixed because they cannot be dropping wide open touchdowns when it comes to Sundays or Monday night, rather, against the Buffalo Bills. We need everybody on board in full-time sync. So that's my biggest takeaways from practice today, guys. Definitely a great time to be over there meeting all you guys and being with fellow Jets YouTubers like Matt, Ryan, and Green Bean. Really, really great stuff. Cannot wait to see what's to come. Now we wait to see if Dalvin Cook will actually be a New York Jet or not. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section of your overall thoughts of the video. And please hit that like button if you guys enjoy, and feel free to comment a Statue of Liberty emoji if you stayed all the way to the end. That wraps up this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Let's go Jets! Peace out.